Hey guys, it's Alexander Williamson here with the secret history living inside of your aquarium. Today we have a pretty awesome delivery. I don't know what's in the box. What's in the box? But I'm going to show you what's in the box. I had talked to Han from Han Aquatics, and if you know my channel, you know I have a lot of odd slash rare interesting plants. I'm at around 200 species in my household right now. And today we're going to open this box, it's a good sized box, from HANAquatics.com. And I just had to pay the shipping, and he hooked me up with the rest, honestly. So I have to be honest to say that he sponsored the video, in that I said, if you send me stuff, I'll open it on my channel, and then we'll talk about the species a little bit as I open it, and later I'll probably do a species profile on each one, because there's a good chance I'm not going to know all these plants, because he deals in some of the rarest plants. He has stuff, everything from $3 a stem, stuff that's great to buy for your low tech tank, all the way up to, I've seen him with $150 plants for sale that are just super rare. Ginger Graves, how's it going? Kaler, how's it going? Everyone's rolling in. Aquaballs, Fishy Snowman, what's going on? Animal Lover, Rico, fake name. Wow. Hey guys, you all hopped onto this stream today. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Let me try to get this positioned so we can see while I open it. Hold on. Alright, because I'm going to need both hands to open it, and then we'll do a zoom in as I get these things under control. So, if you're wondering the decor in the background, I was a painter, I am a painter, I should say, for years, and I always had a thing for the curly Q ram skulls, as I called them. This is specifically a Corsican ram skull, and I painted one of them, and my wife was at a farmer's market, and there happened to be like an estate sale, and somebody was selling a ram skull that exactly matched the ram skull over here. So that's, I'd already painted that, and this ram skull came into our lives. So, all right, let's flip this around. You don't need to see my ugly mug. Wow, hey guys, Joy's Aquarium, Crystal's Pets, Erica, Alan, Christy. Cool. I'm glad you guys caught the live stream. Maybe if there's enough of you on here, we can talk about some other stuff. Some people wanted to see the baby Baddis fish. Man, I need to shave. I look crazy. Wife, why haven't you told me I look crazy? So in any case, let's get to opening these things. If you have been witness to this video so far, I wanted to let you know that this is just the way I roll. If I'm gonna open something on the show, you guys get a discount. That's just how it goes. So HANAquatics.com, he's got everything from boosts to little 3D printed shelves and stuff, which I use to grow out samples of boosts and Anubias and mosses. So he's getting into the 3D printing, which is cool. But if you guys are watching this, I'm going to give you the code. It's in the description, as well as links to all the normal stuff that I have. But yeah, Fishy Snowman, Han Aquatics is the bomb. He's an awesome guy. He's very personable, very kind. And I remember chatting with him in 2005, probably, back in the old Planted Forum days, before Facebook or any of that stuff was a place to gather. In any case, if you guys are watching, use the code The Secret 15% with the capital T at the beginning. The Secret 15 and then the percentage sign, no spaces, and that will get you 15% off your entire purchase of anything he has. So yeah, enjoy that. I hope that works for y'all. All right, let's get to opening these. Actually, I might not need a knife. Maybe that's being a little over dramatic. All right. And sorry if it's a little wobbly while I shake and open this thing. Oh, Bob Kaler, about to die to tell someone. Alex, I know you have Luke Roebuck's Hawaiian Blues, as do I. I culled and bred them to be more perfect, if that's possible. Awesome! You came up for his Red Deltas. Awesome. And you won the bid? Cool. That is rad, Bob Kaler. That's awesome. I'll have to watch that video. Okay, never mind. I thought I could unopen this. I thought I could open this with just my hands, but I can't. Let me set you guys down for a moment. Actually, we can flip this around, and I can set you down so you're like, what is he doing? Wow, they make this stuff hard to open. So it came in a box. No need for heat packs or anything. Both locations where we are. He's in outside of Boston and I'm in Seattle. So neither place really needed heat packs or anything like that. Alright, so I'm just going to open both. Oh wow, he's given me a whole lot of plants. I'm so excited. Oh man, I can't tell you how excited I am, you guys. Also, so you know, Aquatic Arts, I'm doing a big thing with them. Coming up, we're going to do a Christmas in July event like we did around Christmas time. And money spent on that for everybody who purchases something, they actually end up giving more money back to the fund of more prizes. But I should have around $500 to give people out for that upcoming thing. So if you're gonna buy something from Aquatic Arts, definitely use that code that's down below. Okay, this is pretty cool, guys. So Han has been getting into the 3D printing, and I hope you guys can see this. But this is like a little nursery rack for the wall of your tank, so you can stick there, or you can stick it on the outside and put your test tubes and your cleaning fluid and everything in it. And he thought to put holes in it so that, you know, if you have a wet bottle or you've got your water purifier, any of that stuff, you can, yes, we can look at the baddest after we open this stuff, guys. So yeah, and he's got his name printed on it. It's heavy duty. It's the hardest 3D printing material that I've come across. The whichever plastic it is. I'm not a 3D printer whiz. Other thing he got me, which is rad, is this for either growing moss or boost. So it's a great way to stick this in your tank, and I'll show you. I've got some of these in my tank, and I actually will just grow moss either right through these, but these are bigger. These are more for Anubias or boost, and you stick it on your tank so it's up and out of the way, and then you can actually catalog. You can always draw a chart, you know, on a piece of paper or whatever on a whiteboard, and actually write down each strain of what you're doing, or you know, you split it into 4 pieces and you're growing it out. Then this box is another. So these are cool for that. Now here, this is another one, and this is great. This is for larger plants altogether. You can do boosts, you can do rooted plants that are feeding from the water column. This is really cool. So he sent me stuff. You could definitely put this in the back for like Java Fern, or for if you've got a black background. It's got a pretty slim profile, really. If you had plants around it, you could kind of have some crawling plants or jungle plants coming down off this. So I really do like these racks. At first I didn't know how I felt about them, but once I filled up some tanks pretty heavily, I was like, oh yeah, I love those things. So let me show you real quick the other ones he has that I've gotten to know and love. All right, so in here there's actually one with moss growing on it sideways in the dark corner of the tank, and then up here, let's move this stuff aside. We've got another one right here, and it looks like a comb. I've got Anubias growing on that. You see that? So my Anubias is grown out, and then when it gets bigger, I put it up here, and I will tie it or I'll put it up in the tank. Most of this Anubias is from Han Aquatics. So this, you can't see it super well on the live stream, but some of these are red leafed. They're like a darker leaf with like bronze and red and purple. Live stream is not going to capture it. You can see it in some of my other videos though, and I think this one was called, like, he gave me a black skeleton king that's in another tank, and then this is like a red kendang, and then this is a blue, arrogant blue, I believe. So the names with boost though, I got to tell you, they don't mean a whole heck of a lot because people just make things up. Yeah, um, so yeah, these racks, check them out on HANAquatics.com. He's got little ones too that are great. I like the little ones actually because then you don't have to commit to the space. But these will be good in that tank that I just showed you because you can't really, if you look at it, you can't really see the, like, there's spots up here where I don't have black crate paper or anything. I could put a rack right there and have more plants growing, and they can grow all the way up and out. So like this would stabilize them, or if you have a chain growing plant, you could stick this to the top of your tank and actually bring the plants immersed out of the tank really nicely. If you had something like one of these where I've got this immersed right now growing out. This is the silver and purple wandering Jew, as its colloquial name is. All right, let's see what plants he sent me. I'm really excited. Oh, yeah. So this is the one I did not get at the ADA auction. This is the holy mother of plants that I wanted. This is Loganandra meboldi silver, and silver powder, if you will. It looks like it's been spray painted with a metallic silver paint when you get it in the right light. And it's got this dark purple stem. And I'll show you my other Loganandra meboldi. He also sent me a Loganandra meboldi that's pink, and it's a European pink one, and you'll see the difference. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. All right. Sorry guys for the motion sickness. But this is Loganandra meboldi pink, and if you look at it from above, you guys can probably see, even though these colors are all washed out on the live stream, it's super pink. It's like salmon colored pink with a touch of yellow, and it's sparkly like a giant Bucephalandra. Yeah, okay, Google, you guys are here and interacting. Yeah, for real. So this will be another This will be meboldi silver powder, and so you'll see there's silver streaks and less variegation, or at least stem uh, expression in it. Plus, this stem is like a light tan to green, whereas this one is a dark purple. So I'm really excited to have this. Now, this is actually an interesting plant. He's gave me the roots and everything, which is awesome. So I don't need to wait for these rhizomes or roots to grow, because Loganandra meboldi is a very rare one to find right now. You can get meboldi pink, the US version, and you can get red, and you can get green in tissue cultures and all over the States. That's no big deal. It's like $10. But this one recently went for $110 at the AGA auction. Another one went for $90. Granted, they were a little bigger, but this, I'm really excited. When this grows out, this one definitely is going to need CO2 and very high light to get the biggest bang for your buck, but it grows just fine in any tank. All right, now let's see what's here. This has been traveling for a few days, so it looks a little bit worse for the wear, but I think it'll be just fine. It's got the humidity in here. So let's see here. This is going to be Ludwigia White, which is another one that, man, I've been just dying to get a hold of. This is a broader leafed Ludwigia, and it has white like Pinto, just like Anubias does. Plus it has these little streaks, these little areas of white and pink. And so it grows unlike any other stem plant I've ever seen, where it's got a little bit of green, but it's got white on the sides. You know, it's actually going to look similar to this leaf when it's all healthy again. So this is a very hard to find. Yeah, a very hard to find one. You know, thank you. I'm so glad so many people are getting alerted to this video because, and that you guys are here. We'll do a full live chat after we get done with this Han Aquatics unboxing, because basically I just yeah, Vexen Cat, let's chat totally. So I just wanted to say that boy, you guys usually haven't been getting alerted lately, and so I'm really glad that people seem to be informed this time about it. So let's see which one is this. I don't know Rose. Oh, rosemary. Okay, oh wow, because it looks like little rosemary leaves. So this is Bucephalandra rosemary. I've never had this. Look how long those leaves are. I've never seen a boost with leaves that long. I mean, they're probably 6 inches long. That's really crazy. Wow. Thanks, Bob, for reminding people to hit that like button. We could do a like spike right about now if you'd like to spike. I've got some stickers for my tanks, which it's about time that I put those up. Okay, Christy says, this is the first notification of one of your live streams I've gotten in a while. See, that's sad because I just had one the other day, and when people have the bells on, they're not getting it. So I was informed in a form email that only 5% of your viewers are going to be given alerts. Now, if the first 5% who are alerted, if a good chunk of them come into this stream, then it will alert more, and so on and so forth. But if those whatever 200 people happen to be at work or busy, then tough cookies. Ooh, this is Queen's Moss, and this is a really interesting one. This is almost like a bladderwort or something. Like spike. 1, 2, 3. Anyone? 122 in your country. Ooh, Sleepy Man. Well, I'll have to show you the baddest in a moment. So this is called Queen's Moss, if you will. And this is just a really beautiful, almost looks like a bladderwort or a pellia. Very, very delicate leaves and slow growing. It's a really bright green. Nice. We'll have to put this on some of the racks, some of the smaller racks downstairs. And then right here, we've got, oh wow. So this is Cryptocorn Nuri Rosen Maiden, which is nuts. This is beautiful. I wish you could see the color on this. It is like licorice candy, see-through, like old boiled candy from the turn of the century or from the 20s. And it's slightly see-through leaves with a beautiful purple and metallic and red, and then there's green marbling and yellow marbling on the backside of the leaves. This is beautiful. Man, thank you so much, Han Aquatics and Han. Let's see if we can get the color. So you can kind of see some of the color there. But this Nuri Rosen Maiden is a rare one. Vexen Cat, message me, please, or on Facebook. Hit me up and just be like, this is Vexen Cat, and we'll straighten out whatever you need. Whatever you need, girl. Alright. So then this. Oh, yes. Awesome. So this one is the one I've been searching for since I lost it. And this is the Nymphea micrantha, one of these guys, and this is this the red or the tricolor? No, this is the purple. Thank you. So there's a tricolor version, a purple, a red, and one other version of this Nymphea micrantha, and I have a half-hour video about how much I freaking love this lily that comes from southern Sudan and can be found on, I want to say, the Blue Nile, but it cannot. The flowers do not pollinate. It's a freak hybrid, And so it only spreads by pieces ripping off like this and floating downstream into different lakes, or birds catching on it, or hippos or crocodiles in Africa. And so it's only in a very select few streams, but everything he sent me here has a theme of having, except for the moss, a metallic and color changing uh essence to it. So go over to Aquatics, check out his awesome stuff. Man, I just can't believe I've been looking for this Limnophilia white, like a real, or Ludwigia white, sorry about that, for a long time. And he sends over decent chunks. I mean, look at this boost. This is not just like some poached boost out of a national park that is just a gnarly little piece that's this big, like you get some places. Like, but he does have $3 boosts that are broken pieces from larger pieces that are great. But yeah, these plants. When I'll record another thing that's not live to show you guys some of the colors here, because the colors are just incredible. Like from this side, all green. Can we see it? And then from this side, you've got this red and purple metallic shimmer. Oh, so cool. All right, so again, the secret 15 percent is the code if you want to buy something there and get a discount. On aquaticarts.com, use secret history 15 for 15% off if it's your first time, or secret history, all in caps, no spaces, secret history 10% for as many times as you want. Let them know that you came from here. They might throw something special in for you. And hopefully we'll be giving away a couple $100 in blue dream shrimp, as well as like a setup for them, some food, some choya wood, some leaves. And then I think we're going to be trying to do free shipping for a number of people. And then, which is a big deal from them, really big deal. So I had the option when they were chatting me up with the big old boss talking, and they said, "Do you think your viewers want free shipping more or gift certificates for $40?" And I said, "I don't know. I'll have to ask." So I'm asking if you guys want to comment. Free shipping would be great. So I know I'll have at least a couple of those to give away. But yeah, so we'll be doing another shrimp giveaway for sure. A couple $100 worth of that stuff. And then we should be doing also $100, a 75, a 50, and I think like 425s or 525s. And then maybe some free shipping, something along those lines, because we'll give away as many gift cards as people bought stuff. So whenever you shop with Aquatic Arts, and I'm gonna say this with any of my affiliate links, so when you buy something on Amazon or whatever, I'm putting a portion of that back into giving stuff away, so that way our channel, like, you guys help me because I get 4% from Amazon. So if you guys want a CO2 setup, a lot of people have been asking about my CO2 setup over the years, and I've told them over and over again in private messages, or my brine shrimp hatchery, or my root beer. No, I'm just kidding. You can't get that online. But, or where did I get these Panda Loaches, or the Nearite snail, or the Twin Star Light, whatever. It's all my stuff should be in the description below, and it's at a price that I like, and it's also from vendors who are on Amazon. But the thing about the ones who are on Amazon is they're independent vendors, so they're people like J&H, Fish Emporium in Missouri, who's selling through Amazon, and Amazon takes a little cut. And yeah, I probably could get root beer or Dr. Pepper, but Dr. Pepper pricing is just nutty online, so don't go online for that. But in any case, we're going to have to bring this tank back up to full pink and brightness to get some of these new ones going. I do have another white plant that I'll tell you guys about later in there with the Panda Loaches. Like the Lagonandra Meeboldi Silver. Oh, I can't wait to get it in there. Here's another Hidori crypt, which is back in here. Hold on. And it's a really cool one too that he carries. This guy, it looks boring and green on this side, like boring green and yellow, and then on this side it's like, man, I need to, sorry guys, I need to clean this glass. And then on the inside it's like bright red and purple. Cryptokerns are awesome. All right, guys, so let's go downstairs because the last live stream I had crashed on us. So hopefully it doesn't do that. Thank you so much for watching for the infomercial section. No, just to see what I'm opening, and we'll do some species profiles and all that of all this stuff. But I promised you guys I'd show you some of the nano breeding setups that I have. And yesterday, YouTube decided to just say that my account doesn't exist. Couldn't log in, couldn't do anything. I was still in chat for some reason, and I just said goodbye. So if you lose me when I go downstairs and my bandwidth is not at its full strength, just I might have to not come back. It depends on if it'll let me restart the stream. If not, such as live. Man, I am getting a neck beard. This is over. I only see it on this live stream. The lighting is so weird on the phone during the live stream. Sorry, guys. Sorry I'm making you look at me. But let's go downstairs. Let's take a look at stuff. Yeah, there's that ram that I painted, and then let's see here. There's also this was originally all the prints of it. The money went to an anti-rhino rhino horn poaching foundation, who basically they basically poison the rhino horn so that people get diarrhea when they eat rhino horn, when they ingest it. So it's an anti-poaching like stuff that they shellac onto the horn and insert into the horn on the live rhinos at preserves. So it kind of teaches people for a week that they're sick, which is nothing compared to killing the rhino in my opinion, but it's an interesting way. I've got some other stuff that's going to be in the works soon because I want to get some of my art onto more shirts and things, some of my aquatic art, but that we'll talk about that another time. We have unfinished business, guys. All right, let's see here. Let me set down my root beer. All right, root beard, neck beard. That's a great, not a Great Dane, the skull of a dog, a Saint Bernard, right there, that I painted. So. Sorry guys, I just tore down an art show of anatomical animals. It's a pit bull, it's a house cat. But in here, we've got, these guys were being raised down with the Batis, and these are the convict cichlid, the Honduran red points. But let's just get straight down to the Batis, because that's the one that people are like, how did you get them to breed in a tank? Well, it's really simple. I've got videos on it. So let's wait here for a minute. They're still really small. They're 5 months old now, and they're still really small. The other thing you'll notice is that I've put a ton of my Panda Loaches in here with my shrimp and my teeny tiny fry from... These are Pseudomagil luminatus fry that are hanging out towards the top of the water. But let us try to find some Batis. We might have to feed in order to get them to come out. They're very shy, and they're very small and brown and nondescript at the moment. But there are at least a dozen in here that have made it. Here we go. Here's one right here. So there's a Batis right there. This one's about 4 months old. You can start to see some coloration coming in, some striping a little bit, and that shape is now fully like the adults. And they have a pink belly because I feed them live brine shrimp. That's really a key. A lot of people have said, how did you do it? Here's another one. Here's a bigger one. How did you do it? This one's going to be a male. I can already tell just because of the stripes on it. But how did you do it? Well, you feed them live food. That really does help. What I'm amazed by is I've kind of piled in here. We've got all these Panda Loaches. and they don't seem to do anything to the shrimp, which is really nice, and I've heard that from multiple people. I've got two different air stones in here, and then I've also got a slow trickle water in a 10-gallon. And then we do water changes every couple days on these guys, but they're so much more lively than they were in the big tank. Um, with these shrimp and things, and they're eating so much more biofilm. So I think that is a big, like, the fact that there's been no more. Do I have Daphnia or Cyclops cultures? Or they can appear by themselves. I mean, they don't appear in a vacuum. They come in on plants, or they are in your tap water, or in the air as like a stunted, small egg or something or whatever. But they do appear often. Scuds seem to appear in this tank. I've had this tank up the longest of any of my tanks, and you can see like over on the side where it's really got the algae going. These algae shrimp though, these short nose algae shrimp from Japan. Hey, there's another Batis. So the adult Batis I took out while these baby Batis, see, starting to get some color. You see the orangish red on the side there? And to give you guys an idea of how small these guys are, here's my finger, and there's him. And he's 5 months old. So the real problem was getting, I moved the adults to a pen, like a floating pen, up in the back of the tank for like a month to give their eggs a chance to really like get out of that larval stage, because for at least a month the little teeny tiny fry, they didn't do anything. They just sat on the ground, and I didn't think they were going to make it. I didn't know how many there were. It was just kind of weird. And now they're at the stage where they can eat little food that I put in there, but they seem to really like still eating stuff out of the water column, whatever it is, just because they're so teeny, I think, as do the shrimp and everything else in here. So it works out well that we've got a lot of algae eaters, and then I keep putting, if I had it, I don't right now, but up till recently, I was adding bits of green water so that they'd have fresh algae in here. And then I also feed them, they do accept artificial food flakes, for those asking. Let me throw some in, and we'll see if we can see them eating it all. Let's see here. Granules. Let's try. We'll crush up. What we'll do is we'll crush up some of this. Put this in. Just little. They eat a very small amount, as do the Panda Loaches. So I use one of these tablets of algae wafers. You see them chasing off the little Batis there? We'll drop some of these algae wafers in for them to eat on, and see what those will sink in a sec. But the pandas really like them, as well as the shrimp. And they seem to also feed other microbiotic things. So yeah, the Batis, the parents, one parent is back in here now. If you know Batis, they just hide. I don't know. They just hide a lot. So there is so much going on in this tank that it kind of blows my mind, especially with the little rainbow luminatus. This is a 10-gallon tank. This would easily fit on a desk, and you could have this on your desk if we wanted to. It's, I think, 20 inches maybe. Somebody probably knows off the top of their head how long a 10-gallon is, by not even 12. I think it's like, well, it's probably 12 inches by 12 by 10 inches or something like that. But yeah, so those guys are doing well. Over here, this is a 5-gallon, and I have, sorry about that glare, I have in here, if we put the light over them, in here we have the green dragons growing out so fast. These guys are only, I don't know how many months old they're in kind of a green water state, and you can see them all up on the window over there and swimming around. There's also some Batis in there because I pulled moss out, And the thing with Battis is, if you leave the parents in there all the time, you may think, why do they never reproduce? But then all of a sudden, you'll move some moss, and all of a sudden, a month after that, if there's no fish in the tank, you'll have eggs all over from all sorts of fish. So what I like to do is keep one tank in my nano tanks, even though I can do more than one. But I will always try to put something like just shrimp of two types or whatever breeding in one tank, and then I will put something like Panda Loaches in from time to time. These guys are more important than anyone else to me right now. I want them to be happy. I'm trying to simulate spring for them, and then hopefully for fall, since these are adults, we might be able to. We getting buffering issues? Also, we should take a look and see if I think my pleco has another batch of eggs. He's been sitting on those for a while. You guys still with me? All right. So then here we've got some Pantheri danios, or no, Maytangensis, up with the Honduran red points. The Honduran red points will need their own new tank, but check this out. I've been able in a 20 long to get red, and these are like blood red, but on the live stream they look lame, with pea puffers. So I've got two pea puffers. I've got 100 of these guys, endlers, two, so it's a pair. And the thing is, all the fish that lay eggs in this thing, so the male and female puffers that are in here, that I put in here to eat some eggs, the ruby tetras that are in the back, and the auto synkless. Oh, and then here's a purple flame sword I got from Han, also from Han Aquatics. This is purple if you can't see it, and this is pink, Crypt Pink Panther. Goes well with these guys. I want to do like an all pink and purple low to the ground tank with these Honduran red points. But yeah, so the puffer, and by the way, what do we have here? The male or the female? This is the male. So he's brighter in color. Eyes are a little bit bigger generally, proportionally. He's got those lines behind his eye, and he doesn't have spots. He's got like a swirly pattern, whereas if we look at her, she's got little teeny dots all over her face and body. And that almost always tells us, see the dots in between her pattern and her grayer pattern? That almost always tells us that they're male and female with those traits. So I've got them. I've got I've been fattening these ones up on live vinegar eels. These guys are in another pen right now. Outside the pen, I have all these pregnant, amazing gold line / yellow sakura. So they're yellow sakura shrimp that are super gold mixed with the gold lines, and so you come out with a shrimp that is just more gold and yellow than you can ever imagine. Their legs are gold, their antennas are gold. Some of them are so bright, this one not being one of those, but you can't even see the eggs through their body. Let's see, is this one? That's one that's like that. You can't see her eggs. This one you can see the eggs, but just because the light's right there, you can see that she's holding eggs. So this is a whole 20 long devoted to their eggs. And then I'm also keeping these white cloud, Vietnamese white cloud minnows, mountain minnows, whatever you want to call them, up there. Just to basically kind of, I'll put them outside at some point. Also, check out this shrimp in here. This shrimp is not making the cut. He will be put outside in the pond as soon as this is over and I can catch him. There's two in here that are just not up to snuff. There's also a pregnant female up there that's looking great. So hopefully she didn't mate with any of them. I brought the Malawa shrimp into here, and that was a big success. I've got Blixa. All these are low tech, okay? All these tanks are super low tech, medium light to low light. And you can see the amount of life I can produce in these and have in these. Also, lots of Anubias in these. Asian fern, Asian trident fern, lots of crypts, just growing in gravel. I don't even add nutrients or ferts to this one, other than the root tabs I put in at the very beginning, like a year ago. And I just let the heavy load of fish and then the two sponge filters that are working overtime, let them do the work and fertilize things. Over here, this tank's getting kind of overgrown again too. Have to get on top of that, but same old going on in here. Kabamba furcata, my favorite that you don't usually find anywhere in the hobby. It's just beautiful. It's just this fire red and metallic pink. I guess I like those colors, huh? And then here we've got some Ludwigia repens going on. Lots of Ludwigia super red down there. You know, lots of different things going on. Limnophilia bellum going on. Blixa, Health Fairy, Cypress Health Fairy. Limnophilia hippodroids with that nice purple on it. And then down in here, we've got lots of pearl. This is also from Han. This is pearl type 1 and 3. So 3's over here, 1's here. And this Rotala pearl goes for $15 for a stem. Yeah, it's crazy. And so I'm glad that it's taken off. This is months of growth. So yeah. And then I've got a Fluval 3.0 Nycrew. This Nycrew is really only on here. Let me show you. So that when I'm looking at the tank, it kind of gives, it's a very blue, cool light. So it kind of lights up that back area a little bit where all the moss and stuff is. Same with this tank though. I'll take this moss that's in here and these floating plants, the kabamba, the Christmas moss, the Java moss, the hornwort. I'll take this and then I'll throw it up here, in here, and we'll just wait with no fish in here, just shrimp. And all of a sudden, I'll start seeing a month later all these itty bitty fish and life forms swimming around. And once I figure out what they are, or, you know, have, you know, whatever. Once I decide if I want them, then I'll put them in one of the lower nano tanks, the 5 gallons and stuff. But I'm gonna have a ton of these green dragons, just a ton. I've got the short variety with the purple eyes. Got the long fin over here. Got the short yellow albino L144s and big old long fin plecos under here. That one looks like it's dead, but I'm sure it's not. It just always worries me. Okay, yeah, it's fine. But I love the cream tips on their tail here. Look at it swim. Whee! And then these guys, these ones, here, let me get the light out of the way. These guys here, these little, I mean, they're not that gosh, the glare is so bad. I don't think I can help you guys much more than this, but these little guys here are the same age. So that guy that's up top there is the same age as the one farther down here. I have been raising them in a new style down in this tank. It's essentially a green and black water tank. If you don't know what that means, you can Google it, or I have videos on it. Also, you guys, if you're curious on these tanks, how they came together, check out my old live streams. Just go to my actual channel and go ahead and look that stuff up, because I go into a lot of detail with this. I'm going to show you guys one more little project I have going. My outdoor project hit a snag in that raccoons ripped up everything last night. So, yeah. Wanted to show you another thing in here. So, I've got new endlers that I'm working on that are freaks. They're turquoise under just the right light and orange with black. You see that? So these are some Endler's live bearers. This one with the kind of cool metallic tail. And then there's another one, and more lazy Panda Loaches. The Panda Loaches are the, and baby Corridoras, which I bred downstairs. and took the eggs from it. And yeah, get to see my messy kitchen. All right, in here, what we've got going on. So this is a rock that I found, and I just decided to plant. There is Amazonia light and then Fluval stratum in here, or I think it's stratum actually. But started it to just try to grow some immerse stuff, some of this hydrophilia polysperma that you're not supposed to buy or sell, but that ended up in my aquarium by chance. Also, I found some Limnophilia bellum outside, just on the ground growing, and so I've put that in, and then a few Ludwigias, Wandering Jew, pink, and then here we've got, this has been going for months now, so now I can kind of say, okay, I can reveal it. There's shrimp that have shed. You can tell when they shed because it's at the shoulder joint rather than elsewhere, like their whole body. But I hope you can see that. That's a blue dream shrimp in there and some snails. And I want you to see that as I spin this around, there's no filtration. I don't do a lot of water changes. And it's just basically shrimp and snails. And they've been in there for months now. So I will do a water change, but I top it off as it evaporates. And that seems to be, as long as I use RO water or drinking water, which, you know, I have a gallon of it to drink myself. Or I'll put it through a Brita filter, get it down to a TDS of 5 or something, and let the chlorine evaporate off by sitting in the bowl. And yeah, so there's a bunch of Malawa shrimp in here. I think there's about a dozen in here now. There's also some Eriocolum that I got from Aquatic Art, more Hydrocotyle verticillata, and lots of Anubias starting to grow out of their containment size. In here, there's a bunch of shrimp down in that crack. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Oh, and then some triangle moss and some other things. Yeah, so it's just kind of a little, I don't know, this area is cluttered, but it's kind of a little, was in the bathroom for a while. I had a stick with with a orchid on it at one point. I just like to do these. Downstairs, there's 3 or 4 of these outside with just some simple shrimp. It's been down to 54, 50 degrees at night, and all my Neocaridina shrimp have been just fine. As long as they have a place to hide and kind of huddle in a group, they're just fine. So that's pretty cool. These fish, since people always ask what they are, these are Somfongzi rasbora. Oh, and by the way, here are some of my CPDs that I bred. A lot of people, for some reason lately, I guess it's just as your channel gets bigger, they'll say, like, so you said that you had eggs from CPDs, or you said you had this and you just put it in the tank, and I don't think you really bred them. I'm not gonna. You guys can check me on it. I'll tell you if I did or didn't. The betas didn't work out, unfortunately. Those all passed away on a hot day, which is weird because they're kind of hot water tolerant. But it was too much too fast, I assume. Don't know for sure. And food could have gotten the ammonia high. I don't know. It could have been the alignment of Mars and swamp gas from Venus or something. But yeah, the next one I'm trying to do again are these angelfish. I've been feeding them lots of protein, trying not to bind them up by giving them too many bloodworms. But these guys are from Aquatic Arts. They're bred in Missouri, I think. A local breeder from the Maasai, is that how you say it? Chapter, I don't know, Gary Lang and a bunch of famous hobbyists are in that Maasai group that's like Circle City. But these two, yep, they're doing well. They're just doing their thing, and they've gotten bigger and bigger. They're about 6 inches from bottom to top right now. They should top out around 8. More endlers, just chilling. A mix of endlers, a mix of some of the larger rasboras. And then here we have all the cribs that I bred. You can see how many cribs I have. I've been saying I need to do something about these galdern cribs forever, and I just haven't. Uh, but they're all over. Some of them are coloring up, and it's just like, yeah, it's becoming interesting now that they're of mating age. They're at that age now. You can see their what gender they are. The other thing is, this is what happens to that red tiger spiralis, crypt tiger spiralis. See the ends, how they look striped like a tiger? This is what they look like in a low light situation. I kind of like that green stripe running through it. It's kind of cool, right? Oh, and then here's a me bold eye red from what's his from Han also. And again, light's kind of odd on the live stream, but it's got this red shimmer to it. It looks like red spray paint. Same with some of the boosts, has like this red and yellow iridescence to it. And this one more again. Look at the shimmer on it. Even though the color doesn't come out right, looks like somebody glued little specks of metal to the Bucephalandra. And the oh here's a gal who's all colored up, so she's ready to breed. Yeah, that's a male actually. Never mind. He's got this pointy tail with the spade shape. But yeah, a lot of the rare plants I got. This is now all low tech, guys. Everything in here is low tech. Um, there's Ludwigia repens, Ludwigia glandulosa, mini bulbitis, full size African bulbitis, Anubias fraseri, Anubias barteri, Anubias gold coin, Anubias petite nana, Anubias white. That's not an error. That's not glare, guys. This is a white leaf, and that's from Han. These go for up to $100. There's another one. Where's my other white one? Oh, down here. This one is having some issues with nutrients right now. It's got some holes in one of the leaves. Another white. So one is a pinto, and one is actual white. Snow White, the rarest Anubias on the market at the moment, basically. So, yeah, I just want to thank Han Aquatics. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this discount code helps you guys out, and hopefully we can talk about some of these plants and their pigmentation and some of the evolutionary stuff that they've evolved to do in order to, put their genes, put their best foot forward in the world. And I can clean up some of these tanks a little more because I've been slacking a little bit. I've been making a lot of videos that are just sitting waiting to be released until YouTube stops screwing with me, because right now my views are down like 3 times what they should be. So instead of 1,000 views, I'll be getting 200 on certain things, and then the video will be gone for 2 days and then back again. So I really appreciate those of you who have been going back through my old stuff, dropping comments, sharing links. That really helps. It does. Especially like Lucas Bretz and I are both just like, what is going on? Um, Sorry if the notification on my phone is really loud. It's funny because it's Han, and I muted everyone except for Han on my phone. Like Han and Lucas Bretz are the only two people, and Rob from Flip Aquatics right now are the only people who aren't muted, because Rob's helping me. Maybe I'll be talking or doing a display or something at Aquashella, who knows? So I volunteered for that to him. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. But yeah, the ding. Sorry, that's Han. He's saying, "Did you do a review on the stuff I sent you? How's it going? Did it make it okay?" And he always follows up with me like that, even before. Maybe it's because we chatted before the YouTubes and all that era. But yeah. So in any case, uh, yeah, YouTube revenue is crazy down and weird. The super chats don't make sense because I'll get a $10 super chat, and some days it clears for $6 or $5, and other days it'll clear for 8. I don't know why they're keeping what they keep. Ad revenue doesn't make any sense. The best way to support the channel right now, honestly, is Patreon. Give $1 or $4 or whatever a month, And I'm really open to ways that I can make that more valuable to you guys so that we can keep running this channel. There's some people like Bob who have been supportive for so long that I owe so much to, and it means the world to me. So check out Bob Kaler on there, Kaler's Aquatics. He has awesome fresh and saltwater stuff. So check out some of those other things. Yeah, Ginger Graves is also on Patreon. She also participated in some of the giveaway stuff. So I hopefully maybe you'll win again this time, Ginger. So yeah, yeah, and I'm still doing artwork. Yes, fake name. So I'll be making an announcement about that because I've been making some shirts. I think I'm gonna start a Teespring store. Considering I've done a Teespring and art and logos for like Lucas Brett, all his art and logo stuff, that's me, as well as 4 other channels now, and I don't have it for my own channel. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna take this channel a little more seriously now that we're getting up into the 6,000 viewers, subscribers thing. So, yeah. Okay, I'm just reading. For fun, RC. Mad Scientist is awesome. Thanks. I'm glad you like the Mad Scientist thing. He has about 4 more designs that he'll probably throw onto shirts soon. It's just a matter of time, and he's a busy dude. But thank you, Christy, about saying you'd like to buy a shirt. I'm probably gonna do some with the steampunk fish, and then some with just normal, the way I paint semi-realistic like sumi fish. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen the fish or my channel on Facebook. If you join the group, sometimes I'll announce stuff on there. There's a link in the description below. There's a ton of links in the description below. Like I was saying, if you're curious what CO2 tank out of 20 components that I've settled on, I break it down for you about $100 to $150 what I used, what I bought on Amazon, got rid of everything that sucked that I just didn't like, and just I'm putting up whatever I'm using so that people can just go there if it's online. I'm setting it up so people can just go there, buy it. I get a commission if you buy it. I get, anywhere from 0.5% to 8%. 8% is pretty rare. Some companies do that though. But so and that's of profit. So you buy a $40 thing, I might get like $2 or $4 or something like that, pay taxes on a third of it, come home with $3 for the channel or whatever. So it works out well in that I'm trying not to do just Amazon brand or just Petco or whatever. I'm trying to find people's stores on Amazon so that it helps an actual small American business in the process because I love local fish stores, don't want them to go away. But there's those of you I know who aren't near a local fish store or your local fish store doesn't carry X, Y, or Z. And that's why I have these connections with people like at aquaticarts.com and Han Aquatics for the rare plants and things. Thank you so much, you guys. It's been fun today. I'm glad that the chat didn't crash. Let's try to end it here while that's going on. Fake name, I need to talk to you. I'm sorry about the salmon that we talked about. The issue is getting stuff through customs to Canada. I've had a lot of Canadians and actually Australians want art that's oversized, and if I put it in a tube to roll it up, it's phenomenally expensive, like $80 for frickin' shipping. But if I can keep it at like 11 by 17 or 9 by 12, then the price can stay at like something also silly, like $25 for a padded envelope shipping or something. But in country, it's a little more reasonable. It's like, $10 instead. So, and the tube is still really expensive. It's like $40. But I will get on the art. We'll do an announcement about the art and the giveaways later on. And thank you so much, guys. And Ginger, yeah, Ginger's commissioning me to do some art of her fish. So I'm really excited about that. And Ginger got the Mad Scientist hoodie for LRB. That's rad. I need to get one of those. I should tell him, Lucas, let me have one of my pieces of art so I can wear it and support you. I'll buy shrimp from him and stuff. That's where my blue dreams came from and all that. And I've got lots of them now. I've got 3 colonies going of them, as you saw with the Panda Loaches. They go so well together. It's like peanut butter and bananas, peanut butter and honey. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you for watching. I won't make this too long. As I said, so many links, so many thanks, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll have normal videos out, more stuff from Florida, but I'm just waiting because I've got some really fun, really cool interviews with neat people. And if only 200 people are seeing a YouTube video and then it disappears for weeks, I don't want to launch that um, without the platform being there like reliably. So I'm gonna wait on some of my favorite stuff from places I've been. And also we're gonna go watch the salmon spawn at a fish ladder in Seattle soon, in 2 weeks. So that should be really fun to count how many came back, maybe see some whales there and all that. Thanks, Bob, for being the moderator. As always, you rock. You're always on the ball. And thank you so much for those faces and names who are always here to support the channel. I know you're not getting all the notifications, so if you see this much, you guys are just on the ball. Take care. Have a good day. Treat your fish right. Treat your people right. And hopefully they'll all come back to you and it'll treat you right. You'll feel right, and that love that you put out, you'll get back. Especially with fish, the more you work towards those plants and fish, the more you get from it, because you can sit back and remember what you did, the time, the energy, the frustration, the happiness. It's all there. It's a real tangible thing, and it's also something we can't control. It's an ephemeral piece of nature and spirituality, if you want to get woo woo on it, of God's creatures, or atheists, the miracle of random interactions, whatever you want to call it. It's cool, no matter what you want to call it, by golly. And I'm signing off.